Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a preview of a game of Fire and Ice. This is going to be a total conversion mod for Total War Attila, and it's going to be set in the War of the Five Kings, so shortly after the death of Ned Stark. In this preview I'm going to be showing you the units that the developers have sent over to me so far, so that includes factions from House Stark, House Lannister, and House Baratheon of Dragonstone. And at the end of the video, I'll be doing a battle between the Starks and the Lannisters. So first of all, a big thanks to the developers for sending me an early build of this mod. I will be doing previews when they send over new builds to me, and I'm very much looking forward to getting into this mod. It seems like a fantastic total conversion mod, and yeah, we're just going to go over a few little details. So I do believe it's going to be a total conversion mod, so there will be a campaign, but to start off with, it will just be a custom battle overhaul. There will be units inspired by the TV show, but they will also go beyond that, creating custom units as well. There will be custom generals in the campaign, and I'll be showing off a work in progress of Stannis later on in the video. So it's not going to be just a reskin, there will be a complete overhaul. So there'll be a new trait system, new animations, different units. So there'll be a custom animation for bastard swords, which kind of come into the theme of the Dragonstone Longswordsmen. So they're going to aim to create a more realistic feel of the Game of Thrones atmosphere. So a complete overhaul of the unit balancing, so how much arrows, impacts, etc. like that. Everything you see will be changed, so it's currently just a work in progress build that they've sent me, so there'll be more variations, for example in the shields. The Stannis model isn't the final one, and the units aren't balanced, so the battle you're going to be seeing later isn't balanced. So archers are very, very effective against cavalry at the minute, and their range have a very long range. So I'm only showing off mainly House Stark and House Lannister, and in a separate preview I'll show off House Baratheon in a battle. So you will see all of the units that they have in this video, but I won't be showing House Stannis in a battle format. Each faction will have an individual playstyle, so meaning that every faction will be balanced in a way that they are represented in the show and to an extent in the books. So for example, the Ironborn will be very difficult to defeat in naval combat, but weaker on land. And there'll be strengths and weaknesses of the different regions will give each faction a different feel and playstyle, and will be represented in the unit rosters as well. Also, if you're interested in getting involved in helping develop the mod, I believe there are only 3 people working on the mod at the minute, so they really need people that can create models and textures. They aren't taking any kind of donations for the creation of this mod, they are only looking for people to help out and develop the mod. So if you're interested, I'll leave a link to the mod DB page in the description, so please do check it out if you're interested in helping out modding and creating this mod. So I'm now going to go over each faction and the units that are in the build so far. So to start off with, there is House Stark. So first off, there is the Stark Cavalry. Stark Archers. Stark Infantry. And KARSTARK Spearmen. And now we'll be moving on to House Lannister. So the first unit in House Lannister is the Westerland Squires. Lannister Swordsmen. LANNISPORT Militia. And Noble Lannister Cavalry. And the most fleshed out faction so far is House Baratheon of Dragonstone, so starting with the Queen's Knight of Florent, Dragonstone Knights, Dragonstone Cavalry, Dragonstone Longbowmen, Dragonstone Elite Longbowmen, BARATHEON-Men-AT-ARMS Bowmen, Dragonstone Veteran Sword Infantry, Dragonstone Sword Infantry, Dragonstone Longswords, BARATHEON-Men-AT-ARMS, Dragonstone Spears, Dragonstone Heavy Spears, and Baratheon Sergeants. And finally, there is a work in progress of Stannis and his Kingsguard. So you can see that they've actually managed to get his armour pretty faithfully from the show, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic, but I believe like the face is definitely a work in progress. So, as promised, here is the battle between Stark and Lannister. This will be a live battle. I have tried to record replays a few times, but for some reason they keep crashing even though I'll click on start battle without deploying. So, this will be a live battle, but I'm going to try and get some decent shots of the action, so I may go into slow-mo at times so we can kind of appreciate the combat in the mod. But as you can see, we have a defensive position here as the Starks. We have a long line of Stark archers, followed by a long line of Stark infantry. I've got to say, I think the units look absolutely fantastic. So kudos to the developers, and I love the standards. Although it isn't very windy, so maybe... But I guess you can't really make the standards, so they kind of flop down. But anyway, I'm digressing. So, over on this flank, we have four units of KARSTARK spearmen. So, I guess this is before they kind of... Well, I won't go into detail, but I'm not a big fan of the KARSTARKs. But we have them on the flank to help protect the flank, and behind them we have 4 units of Stark cavalry. Again, banners, and the units look freaking amazing. So, over on the opposing side, we have a huge Lannister force made up of Lannister swordsmen, the Lannisport militia. So I believe there's kind of equal numbers of those. There might be a bit more Lannister infantry than the Lannisport militia. So this kind of stretches as far as the eye can see. Then we have the Lannister noble cavalry, and then the Westerland squires. So this force is pretty huge. In terms of numbers, we have 4,000, they have over 6,000. So as it would have been in the lore, Lannisters would outnumber the Starks in combat. So we're going to get this battle underway. I'm going to try and keep it in cinematic cam for as long as I can. As you can see, the Lannisters are charging on forward. The archers are already firing into the enemy lines. At least I thought they were. Oh, here we go. Knock. Draw. Loose. So I'm hoping they'll target the cavalry, because the archers will be very effective against the cav. Where are the... Oh, the arrows haven't even dropped yet. Okay. Crumbs. So the Lannisters taking a bit of fire. Shields up. Shields up. So remember, this is a work in development, so there will be lots of changes to the mod as time goes on. I'm actually going to redirect some of the archer fire to target the cav, just so we can actually start taking down that threat, because it is quite a big threat to my line. As you can see here, the cavalry starts to get decimated, or at least they take a little bit more fire. So hopefully we'll get rid of that charge before it gets too close to us. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now just put it into slow-mo while I can just withdraw my archers back further in the line, and we will send the swordsmen into their place. At least I hope that's what's going to happen. There we go. So they'll get into the line, and I'm also going to put them in a shield wall. Okay, so play once again. This is a pretty big battle, so it is quite difficult to manage while trying to get lots of decent shots. But once the action's into play, I'm sure we'll get some decent shots of the action now. So, Stark v Lannister. The lines are meeting. The cavalry charging into the... Oh. Go on, charge. Make my day. Yes! Okay, well, they kind of just knocked through that a little bit, didn't they? Well, I'm going to try and send my cavalry round on the flank. And we're actually going to get the KARSTARKs in the shield wall. Looks like we're going to be able to get all of the cav around. I'm going to be a bit cheeky and I might direct my archer fire onto the generals if this battle starts looking hopeless, because we can't have the Lannisters win, surely. Surely, that's blasphemy. Although they seem to be doing pretty well at the moment. So, Starks managing to hold the line pretty well. I do need to micromanage my cav though. KARSTARKs now engaging with the Westerland squires. Getting some of the cav around here. Okay, so let's do a bit of slow-mo so we can kind of do a really nice action shot up through here to get a sense of the scale of the size of these battles that you're going to be able to play. Just think of all the scenarios that will be available to you. This looks freaking amazing. So there we go. This battle is absolutely huge. So I know it is pretty much, you know, you're seeing a lot of stuff that you'd see from a normal battle in Total War Attila, but I just think the ambiance of Game of Thrones, like, I'm really looking forward to. Oh my gosh, we've been flanked. Okay, so let's get. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, so let's play. I am redirecting fire to the general to take out the noble Lannister horsemen. They're not taking too many casualties at the moment. Oh no. This is looking pretty dire for the Starks at the minute. Although we appear to be beating this unit of Westerland squires. Okay, let's try and take down their morale a little bit. I know I'm general sniping, but at this stage we're holding, and I think the numbers are becoming a bit more. No, we're still outnumbered by 1,000 at this point. But the sense of scale with the battles, I get really excited when I play these kind of total conversion mods because they're just freaking epic. So I know there are several mods in development for the Game of Thrones kind of series. Okay, probably a little bit of a bug there, but I haven't really had a chance to play them. So this one, I was so excited when the developers sent me over a build, and I think you'll agree, like, the units do look freaking epic. So my Stark cavalry starting to get a little bit ambushed here, so let's try and cause a bit more damage. Okay, but that looks like a nice blob for my archers to shoot at. You fellas, it'd be lovely if you could shoot them. So we've got that's a lot of LANNISPORT militia. But here's some Lannister swordsmen going hand to hand with the Starks. Oh yes. I'm really happy with how this mod's running, actually. The only time I have had a crash is when the replay doesn't work, but that's because, I don't know, it's just, Attila's a bit wonky when you play with try and do a replay of a modded battle. For some reason it does seem to crash quite a bit. But not a lot we can do about that, except try and get my cavalry out of there. Oh my god! Oh! Yeah. You're going to stay out of the battle. But looks like we've saved that flank a little bit. Trying to get my cav out of there. But at the minute, I think it's still touch and go over who could win here. I think I have a slight advantage now. I think the numbers are getting even. Ah, we outnumber them. Yes. A Stark's worth any number of Lannisters. So it looks like the majority of my cav didn't manage to get away. So we're going to have to rely on our infantry standing firm, which at the minute they seem to be doing a fairly good job at. I do still have my general to put into play if I want to commit him. Not entirely sure I do. But here we're taking... we have a... oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's switch that to... oh, only flaming shot. Okay. Let's try and see what kind of damage we can cause. I just need to be able to break a flank, and that will hopefully start getting the battle more into my favour. But the Lannisters here, taking a lot of archer fire. Stark still holding firm. Go and help your boys out. Charge on in there. Because we've got a spare unit of swords here, so we'll get these guys around the flank. Looks like we're starting to rout some more of them. Or they're just reforming. So we'll keep on chasing them down. Our cav there actually managed to cause a bit of hurt there. Good stuff. But the cav isn't really that effective anymore. Got a unit of spears here. Get those back into the battle. So I think it's just the cavalry trying to hold out at the minute. So we're in danger of that flank going. But here we can hopefully sweep up there. Over here, we're just going to maybe shoot some of our own men. Sacrifice a few for the greater good, but it looks like we've got this battle well under control. So the final Lannister units appear to be putting up a good fight, but it won't be enough. So I hope you've enjoyed this battle preview. If you have, please do leave a like. Remember to check out the mod link in the description. It isn't available for download at the moment. This is just currently a preview build which I've been able to show to you. But it shows a heck of a lot of promise. It's rapidly becoming one of my favourite mods to play. So I do encourage you all to check it out in the description. And if you'd like to see more mod previews, please do let me know in the comments below. What's your favourite unit so far? Let me know. And until next time, everyone, I bid you a very, very good day.